Welcome back to my channel. So I'm just gonna go over some cool little tips and things that I have seen on TikTok that can help you with your journal ideas. So, and then just some inspiration. And these ladies are so talented, and then they have so much insight. So, since everybody's doing their little, review, let's review some journal talk. So, come on.
Compare my junk journal to my everything journal. So most of you came from me having this junk journal. I filled it up with all kind of junk from memories over the summer. I really, really love this. She is my baby, my first junk journal, and I will forever love her. There were a couple things about her that I wish I could change or do differently. One, I picked her up from Ross for $3.99, so I was not able to pick the color. I just kind of had to pick what they had out. The paper is like a bullet journal, and it's also like this creamy color. So I knew I wanted something a little bit different from that. Moving forward, you guys will be seeing me fill my everything journal. I'm gonna dump everything in here: list, brain dumps, junk journaling, scrapbooking, just whatever I want to pour out creatively. It's gonna go in here. So you guys are gonna get a lot of journal spread info, and I'm so happy about that. I got this journal from Amazon. It's a paperish journal. I love y'all that you pick the color that I wanted. Also, I love that the pages are white, and also they're blank pages, no dots, no lines. If you are into a dotted journal or the line journal, that I have those available as well. I just wanted something super clean, just like a very fresh and clean to start out with. And I went to fill her up with memories and let her get just as thick. Let's compare my junk. If you like getting crafty and
Okay, so first off, I loved her glasses. Them suckers were cute. What? Oh my god. Okay, so yes, I did do the line journals. I also did the bullet journals. I just found that they were a lot of constantly in the journal. So I just know now that I just love to junk journal. I do put those kind of journals in my, or those kind of pages in my journal, but most of it is just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. It's, man, seriously.
let's compare my junk. If you like getting crafty in a low pressure kind of way, and maybe you also like collecting things, let me introduce you to your new favorite hobby: journaling with trash, aka junk journaling. This is a really easy way to get crafty. You don't really need much to start off with, and you can start it on the cheap. Let's go. Now, this is an example of how to do it not cheap. This is a really expensive journal from Archer and Olive. The paper quality is really good, and there's a lot of stickers in here. But you can start off really cheap. The basic supplies you'll need are a notebook or a sketchbook, scissors to help you cut things out, some kind of adhesive like glue sticks or my favorite, glue tape. I also like a stapler for heavier papers. And then, of course, you need your trash to journal with. My favorites are receipts, ticket stubs, packaging like this gum. You can also use cutouts from magazines or catalogs. Any kind of colorful junk mail is really fun. If you want to get fancy with it, you can add some photos or buy some fun stickers and scrapbooking paper. It's a great way to memory keep, but to be honest, the point is to have fun. If you don't know what to put in your journal,
The honest thing is to have fun. Yes. So that was a really good insight about buying an expensive journal. They have a lot of expensive journals out there. They're very expensive. I chose to just make my journals, which a lot of people do. You can just make your journal and it can make it out of anything. That's a cheap way. The expensive way is, yeah, going to buy it. Those things are expensive. Don't get me wrong. I have bought the expensive journals. It's just I find that I don't use them long term, and if I do use them, it's for a calendar. And once the year's over, I don't hold on to those kind of journals where I like my calendar. I hold on to my memory keeping journal. So
well, this is an idea for you. At the beginning of every month, I love creating a mood board or inspiration board. Since it is now September and the weather's starting to get a little colder, I found a bunch of pictures on Pinterest that kind of radiate that vibe. Doing puzzles with friends, baking, walking outside, reading. I gather all of these images and then print them out and then put them into my journal. I find when I do this, I actually end up doing a lot of the things that I put on my mood board in that month. It just brings me so much joy, and throughout the month, I'll go back and look at it, and it just inspires me so much. I absolutely love how this came out, and follow for more journal spread ideas. Bye, guys. My family.
definitely go follow her for more journal spread ideas. I love that. That is a good idea. Literally, I never thought I do a vision board, but never thought to do like a monthly spread or things that I want to do because there's so much stuff I be wanting to do and don't even get to do it. Like it could be all kind of things that just get in the way. But sometimes if you put it on paper, you know, it's a good idea. Good idea.
They just visited me in Chicago for the first time, and here's all the junk I collected on their trip. Number one is tickets. We went on this boat tour, and I love keeping these to put on the background. Number two is postcards. A lot of places in Chicago actually give them to you for free, which is really cool. Number three is this brochure from the boat architecture tour that just went through all the buildings. These make really cool collages and journals for us. Number four is trash from the restaurant that we went to, and I got these little chopstick holders. Number five, a cute little photo strip with my sister. Number six, a press pen. And that's everything I collected to put in my journal spreads to document the weekend. Bye, guys. I've been junk journaling for 2 years, and the way that I add my date.
That is such a good idea. Yes, she's about to talk about dates, but yes, I do keep my ticket stubs. The only thing about the ticket stubs is that they're like receipts sometimes and they just scratch off. She had a really good one, or they rub off, or the words go away over time. But yes, good idea, especially if you travel. Make sure you get like a map or anything just to like in it just brings you back to that vacation. It's definitely.
My junk journal just has changed over time. First couple months that I was junk journaling, I added the dates in the bottom corner of each page like this. I have one of those punch label makers, and so I would add the date in the bottom corner of every page, usually like just what date of the week that it was from, not necessarily the day that I made the page. I like to add them this way. However, technically this journal still has.
So yes, I love to put the dates on. I do not. I'm very open-minded about my dates. I don't have one of those machines that she has, or one of the punch punchers, or if you know what I'm talking about, comment below. But yeah, I usually just use stickers, or I write it, or I use stickers, or I use stickers. So yeah.
Several pages left, but to me, I decided that it is impractical for me. You have to see the binding is breaking and she's awfully chunky. I was heading on a trip and I decided when I came back I was going to start fresh. If you have it behind there.
Now she has a lot of stuff in her journal that was very chunky. I did start off with having hardcover journals, and I find that junk journaling just is just too much for those kind of books, and it makes for that huge alligator mouth, and it doesn't allow for the things to actually stay in there properly. So yeah, I use fabric covered journals for my journaling.
I just wanted to show you a journal that I do from books like this that are just going to be thrown away. It's a hardcover book, pretty thick spine. I take
You
this
can
book
see on
and
hers
alter it
too.
into a junk journal. Altering it meaning I leave in some of the book pages, and then I just redo the book pages. It's called an altered book, altered junk journal. So let me show you the one that I did here. See, this is just a regular book. Here's one I did.
Like, you see this? This is new. So what are you going to put in there? You can't put too much in there. This is just for writing.
Let me open it up and show you. And the cover, beautiful. Look at that cover. I covered it with scrapbook paper. Redid the spine, and I just redid the inside by putting
Look at this.
scrapbook paper, embellishments, tags, all kinds of good stuff. Let me do a quick flip through so you can see what I did.
Writing only. Look at this.
Fun one.
Writing only.
Out of an envelope. Little envelope.
I make my journals a lot more empty so that you can do this yourself. But not everybody is as creative as me, and I'm not creative as she is, you know?
3 ideas for you. And I found all of these on Lemonade, and none of them require a printer and are really beginner level. Number one is this me. Start by filling yourself into a little cartoon character.
I'm gonna do this.
About you. I wrote about family, friends, fashion, and journaling. Number 2 is this future me journal spread. I saw this diary.
I'm definitely gonna do this.
And had to recreate it. Start by writing future me in really big letters in the middle of the page. Then you're gonna write about your future goals and ambitions and what you want to achieve in the next couple of years. I'm really gonna create my own journal and sell my art one day. Number 3 is things that I love. Start by drawing a really big heart in the middle of the page and then writing things that I love around. And you're gonna take a moment to reflect on what you do love and then draw little arrows and connect it together. These are 3 ideas that I found on Lemonade that don't require a printer and are
That was so like cute. I am obsessed. Okay, that was so cute. I am going to definitely do that in one of my journals. If I do a class, I'm going to make sure I definitely have that on one of my prompts, because that is such a good simple idea. You can even like go through a magazine. It's just so many things that you can do where you can use those illustrations and still write something about yourself.
you set out, I had 2 journal editions. I decided to purchase with the Trigger 1917. It's a journal that I currently use for pretty much everything. You enjoy the journal, but the only thing is that the papers are not thinner than I would like, and I hate being able to see what's behind the next page. So the next journal that I decided to purchase is Scribbles That Matter. For this one, it comes with a little pen, which I thought was really cute because it's a bit more expensive, but to look at the fact that it's different paper, I can use markers to watercolor and doesn't have to use like just this one paper. This was a journal. Now moving on to pens. These are the 2 that I have at the Micron. I have the Blizzard Newton. I recently purchased this one. Actually, really.
So, yes, like she said, making sure that you are choosing the right paper is very good, um, because you don't want to have your paper bleeding. You don't want to use certain markers on certain papers. And that is a lot to look into, and they do get more expensive.
I feel like I knew that when I first started. There's just a couple of things that I wish people would do. Number 1, journal. The first thing you want to do when you get a journal is make sure that it's completely blank on the inside. You can literally go hands-on and just search with like no lines. Also, another thing, make sure it's a regular journal, because if you guys get something bigger, I went to the dollar store and they had these, but it was like more of a sketchbook, so it's a little bit bigger. And I find that the bigger it is, it's more intimidating. The point of a junk journal is for it to be just like about your day and things you picked up throughout that day or that weekend. It's just less intimidating when it's big and it's just small like that. If you want to.
I agree. I completely agree. Try to keep it small, especially if you're first starting out. I do have a large scrapbook, but it's more of a scrapbook and not a journal, you know?
You know the junk journaling, but don't know where to start. Magazines are your new best friend. I do a lot of creative journaling in my free time, but I'm not always bursting with inspiration. If I'm having a low creativity day and still want to feel productive, I'll go through my stash of magazines and clippings to use later. This small folder of paper scraps is what I most often reach for when creating, so this sets me up for my next reader session. I'm going through a stack of tourist magazines today, and
I love how she says this, my next creative session. Like, okay.
I actually stumbled across them on ferries or lobbies. If you travel a lot or live in an area with popular destinations, definitely take advantage of the free resources. Another place I like to look for magazines is just bookstores or even antique malls. I recently went to the Price Books and got 3 lifestyle magazines for $2 a piece. Magazines aren't cheap these days, so it's a pretty good deal in my opinion.
All my magazines I get are for free.
This is not your grandma's scrapbook. This is a junk journal, and if you've never heard of junk,
I love the sparkles at the bottom of the journal.
Maybe it's been around forever. I don't know, but it's the first time I heard about it, and now I can't stop doing it. If you guys want to see some of my spreads, let me know. Basically, junk journaling is picking up scraps, like for example, a wristband you bought at a concert or an event. You can just collect junk in your daily life. That's kind of the whole point of it. Like receipts, a coffee sleeve, ribbon. You can try and make this very affordable. Things that I wouldn't have twice out before are now stuck how to junk journal.
I feel that way about mine.
And lately I've been doing junk journaling and scrapbooking, and here are some tips for you. Number one, get into the right mindset. Before you start journaling, accept that this is a hobby, it is for fun, and it does not need to add stress to your life.
Nope.
It is a tool. It is a tool for creativity. It allows you to create. It is a tool to reflect as you're writing and working through your feelings. Journal spreads will turn out perfect, and they're so colorful and beautiful and bright. And others might just be feelings and reflection. Others might not turn out how you envision them to turn out at all, and that is all part of the journaling process. It's okay. Give yourself grace, and it's going to be so fun. Two, I recommend finding a journal that you really like. Let me preface by saying this. You do not need to buy an expensive journal. You don't need to buy the top end one. You can literally have a composition notebook that for so much of my youth, because I couldn't afford any and I was a little kid and I was just putting my little McDonald's. Let's compare my junk journal.
I agree. You don't need anything to start. You can use the cheapest. I'm telling you, you can just go and like bind some paper together and put some stuff on the top and some stuff on the bottom, and there's your journal. You know, use a box. If you want to see me create a journal out of a box, let me know in the comments. I will definitely do it for you, and it's so cheap. All right, well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. This was awesome. This was so fun. Until next time, peace, love, and journal.